Say now, Poster did a feature with him. This is all the way. This is the little boy who's going around. Some video he got. It ain't me, cause all my rolls and fat ass, like I say, that bitch too snacks to be me. So I don't know who picture or video he done put up and got people thinking that he having sex with me. I never seen that man a day in my life. I can admit I text him. I'm woman enough to say I text him because I thought he was dead. Because I didn't hear from him no more till after Brick died. So he came through my Facebook like, fuck Brick dead ass. So I say, damn, there you go. I thought you was dead. Where you come from? You know, talking to him. He's a clearly fucked up ass person, okay? And he put all this shit on the internet because he thought my son was gonna make him relevant and mention him. But as you can see, Duck never did. Okay, he's still reaching. But for Hassan the Leprechaun to get his goofy ass on this fucking platform and try. And I'm being so serious because if I seen him in person, I would just hit him on the top of his head like I'm the clown TV. Because he's a fucking clown. For real, he's a real clown. What man who got a mother, what man who respect women would get on a platform like this and try to talk about somebody he don't even know? That sums it up. A loser, a motherfucker who chasing clout. You got all them donations for telling your story and saying you got molested and fucked in the ass or your life. You still do. Come out the closet. What pissed me off about gay people is that they try to hide it. They don't be themselves. Be yourself. If you're gay, I love gay people. Be yourself. But if you sitting up here talking about a woman who has lost 5 of her kids, you don't know how they lost them. And see, my baby daddy want to fuck them up. Duck daddy want to fuck them up. But I told him, leave that man alone. He's chasing it. You will never see him. Because I know some motherfuckers in New York will pull up on his ass with some boxing gloves and beat the fuck out of him. For real. I ain't know none of that. Motherfuckers act like...
Did she get pulled down?
Mama Duck, you're on. Okay, well... No, she may have clicked out of the room.
She's talking to her manager, probably.
Oh, that goes whack.
Hey, 100 in the building, nigga.
We gotta tell her to follow the room.
Hey, bring Whack up here.
Someone messaged her.
Why coming up?
Wait. Gotti messaged her again to click the link to get back in the room.
I think she clicked off.
Yeah, that's why we're telling Gotti to send the link.
Yo, Whack, you got my message?
Well, all y'all on Mama Duck. The other niggas got a room too. What's going on? Mama Duck came to the room.
Mama Duck.
Yeah, Mama Duck was in here.
Hold on. I'm gonna call her right now.
What happened?
She's in here. She's in here.
That's here.
Yo, I didn't, cause you know, I stayed on the platform. Right? I didn't hear what the fuck he was saying until somebody told me today. Yesterday I just kept my name in here to keep the traffic here, right?
Is this Whack? Is this Whack?
Yeah.
How you doing?
How are you, Whack? How are you?
How you doing?
And I'm hearing, and I would have thought, it's all, I don't know what, but I'm hearing when this man say, I fail my kids, and I feel kind of some type of way that the men on here wouldn't say nothing about the shit. And then whoever the woman was that was on here talking about, no, let them speak. And that was crazy.
Well, I think what it was, Mama, listen, I think what it was is, I think everybody is kind of like oblivious to what it is and what it ain't anyway. Me, myself, I was in the room, but I just left my profile here, so I didn't really hear about what happened until like today when I had another room and they was telling me the boy was wilding. But I don't know, like, is what if he had a relationship with y'all? Did he know y'all?
I don't know that man. He's basically apparently it look like I'm trending on the internet. Okay, because I got justice for my son. You know what I'm saying? They found the offenders who as the feds told me when they dropped the news to me, assassinated my son. Okay, mob style. This is how they're breaking it down.
Hey, 1 second. Yo, what's dude's name again? What's the nigga name?
Hassan.
How you spell his name? We're gonna ping him. Y'all ping him in.
Hassan Campbell. Get on phone.
I wrote to him on Instagram, but he told me he was busy.
On social media, man. He busy.
I wrote
He busy getting his ass rammed out. He better leave me the fuck alone before I come find his ass.
What up, Black?
And beat the fuck out of him by myself. I do think I can beat niggas, even though I know I can't. But I think I can beat Lil Lucky Charm. I'll beat the fuck out of him. And that's
my whole thing is this. My whole thing is this. If whatever he was saying, if he was incorrect about what he was saying, listen. This is what I heard because I didn't hear it come out of his mouth.
He was
saying that. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. They told me today that they said that the mother had dealings with whoever his enemies was, right? So that's what I heard, which I didn't understand. I didn't know if it was.
It was totally false. Okay. Now I admit I text this man. We were texting. What pissed him off, he really thought that I was gonna fucking travel to California. And his ass got mad. And that's when
what man are you referring to?
I don't even want to mention his name. He's
no, what I'm saying when you say man, you're not talking about my son, right?
Right, the so-called op that I supposed to mess with.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Because dude from fucking New York, I'm curious now, like, how did he know that? Like, did you speak on that?
See it on the internet.
Definitely Cloud Chaser TV.
Okay, and I'm gonna just throw this out here. The man's name is Big T Up Next. Okay, his name is Big T Up Next, and like I say, in 2012, Lil J, Double O, Lil J, supposed to charge them for a feature. This before they got big and all that. So he supposed to charge them for a feature. The man wanted to do a song with him, but Lil J wound up taking the man money, I guess, and not doing the song. So he reached out to Durk. Now, Durk ain't finna do no song with you if his homie not finna do no song with you. So this when he made the video, he's smoking Tuka or some shit. Like, he's really slow. If you go look up his fucking YouTube right now, the man made a song where he's talking about my deceased daughter who died in the fire, calling her rotisserie chicken. This is the op that he is speaking on. Okay, this is the op that Hassan Campbell is speaking on. This man blatantly made a song saying, "My 3-year-old."
What was your dealings with him though? Like, why he think
he texted me? We were texting. That was it. We were texting. You know what I'm saying? I'm woman enough to say I found the pussy pics on Google and sent it to him. So he thinks, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, y'all.
Oh, okay, wait. So now I'm getting understanding. So yeah. So you found some, you took some other pictures.
He thought I was his girlfriend. He thought I was his girlfriend.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? Because I'm just really trying to get to where he got this from, right? So I guess y'all was engaged in conversation via text. You and
yes,
and just keeping it real because we all grown. Whatever the conversation was, whether you sent him fake pictures or not. It was cordial enough to where, right, y'all was on that kind of time, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So I'm gonna say
I knew I wasn't really on that time.
But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this respectfully, right? Respectfully. Mm-hmm. Then what this man came in here and said yesterday, he told no lies.
Well, if he said it's a video of me fucking this man.
No, I don't know nothing about the video.
That's what he said.
Well, I didn't know that. I know he said that you had dealings with your son's enemy, right? And let's say you sending fake pictures, whatever, that's great. But we know in order for that conversation to get there, then it had to been some form of cordial conversation going on, right? Now, I don't know if this gentleman was an active motherfucker in the street towards your son's block or neighborhood or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he was a grown motherfucker that was his past life and you grown and maybe that's what that was, right? I don't know what that was. But what I'm saying respectfully, right? Whatever the case may be, what he said, right? It may not have any depth to it, but what he said, there is some truth to what he said because you was communicating and corresponding with his allegedly op. So he really didn't say nothing disrespect because I come from the truth is never considered disrespect. Now, if he said it's a sex tape or video and that never existed, I'm with you on that. But to some extent, he really wasn't speaking a lie.
Hey, yo, Wack, you dropped the mic. She got up out of here when you said that shit, Wack.
That she left?
No,
I mean, I'm just
Yeah, she bounced out,
It's
bro.
not that. It's not that.
She
I mean, I'm
may
just-
have clicked out by accident because she
Yeah,
has
yeah,
been
yeah.
in and
It
out
happened.
the room. So
Yeah,
it's not
I signed it in there.
Hassan-
I signed it in there.
It's done for the cloud chaser.
Okay.
I signed it in there. Y'all pull him up.
Okay, y'all pull them up.
I signed it in there.
Okay.
Guys,
I
don't
mean,
bring
look,
a
I'm
lot
just
of
going.
people
One
on.
thing
Don't bring
about
a
me,
lot of
At a
people on.
time. Hold
hey,
on.
one thing about me, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Like y'all was in the room. I mean, did I say something and navigate that wrong?
Nah, that was respectful. You ended up perfectly.
Respectfully, bro.
Very respectful.
Yeah,
Hey, yo,
because
Wack,
I
let's
wasn't
say
here when
respectfully
Hassan
as you
said what he
could.
said, but once she told me what she did, I'm like, okay, well,
She shouldn't have said that.
that means you had some type of cordial conversation with this man for
Exactly.
him to ask you for some pussy pictures, regardless of what pussy pictures you sent him. Then what this man said, like you communicating a
You
cordial
had to
with his
have-
op.
Yeah, you have to add a little bit of
Hey, yo, Wack.
relationship.
Hey, yo, Wack.
I'm
Everything
fucking
you
killed
told
that
her
shit.
was all facts. And anybody
Yeah,
that's
you
in the
killed that shit
street
respectfully, bro.
and what Hassan said was what any real nigga in the streets would do to their baby mom if they found out they was fucking with the ops. So it was no violation. It's the truth.
Okay.
My phone died, y'all. My phone died.
It's okay. One mic.
Oh, mama duck in the building.
My phone died.
One mic. I'm about to reset the room, okay?
Do it.
So if you're new to the room, welcome to Dummy Boy Nation. Follow the club room, follow all the moderators. And if you're trying to get on stage and talk, you have to be a member. We have Wack in the building, Hassan Campbell, and FBG Duck's mother. She's addressing Hassan
Is she
Campbell.
up?
Yeah, she's right here, and we're trying to get Hassan up, but I don't know if the invite went through. So yeah, we if you trying to get on stage, we have everybody here. Follow the club room right now.
And listen. And listen, like so I can complete the conversation, right? You know, I don't know if this gentleman, right, if he was, you know, used to be from that block or maybe, you know.
He never was from that block. Nobody never seen him. It all stemmed from 2012. Okay. The man put a video, and I'm gonna put this out here. I was wrong for even entertaining him. I was going through some shit.
Got you.
My baby daddy mad. You know what I'm saying? This man never even met me. Okay? I never seen this man in real life in person.
It's done for the Cloud Chaser TV.
Yes, I was wrong. Me and my son, when that shit came out, they don't see no.
Mute up for me, nephew, please. Oh, so listen, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do, right? This is where I'm at. I signed in the room, right? And I think this brother got enough respect for me, and I got enough respect for him. I think I addressed it, and with me addressing it, I hear you saying what you saying. Because what I don't want to do, because I'm a son, right? Is I don't want any wrong type of conversation or any aggression being shot at you in no shape or form. Right. By you even coming on this platform and you hearing me out from what this man said, and you saying what you just said now, hey, listen, at the end of the day, I'm like this. It ain't nobody motherfucking business. I want you to finish mourning your son, right? You was woman enough to say what you said, right? And me personally, I'm gonna respect that. I think Hassan was just speaking facts about a topic that was put in front of him, and from what we just heard, he really didn't say nothing wrong, right? And he didn't know you personally to want to disrespect you. And my thing to you is blessings. If you want to stay on this platform, that's cool. But what I don't want to see is a back and forth, because I don't really think there's no need for a back and forth.
Well, he did it before, okay? When I did the press conference downtown, okay? He came at me before. Oh, she know what type. She knew her son was out there, a killer. She knew. A motherfucker can't tell me shit about my kids. All them kids used to be in my motherfucking house. So I know exactly what my kids was doing. I don't give a fuck what he rapped about. Okay? He was nothing like the way he got killed. Motherfuckers fear my son so bad they had to kill him.
Now watch this. Listen, Mama Duck. You know, from these streets, right? When somebody fear an individual on some street shit, it's because it's probably some acts or some things that may have went on his side to where he was the victor. You know what I'm saying? Where he was the winner, right?
All that.
So, and like, I don't know how old you are. I'm like
47.
Okay,
I'm 47.
So we from the same era, so I can give it to you, right?
It's done for the Cloud Chaser TV.
We reap what we sow. You live by it. It's a good chance you're gonna die by it, right? Whether it's yours, whether it's mine. So you saying that? So the 7-year-old girl who got shot up in the car because of her father, she didn't live by no sword, but she died bad. No, listen. What I'm telling you is, right, a lot of the shit we do is ignorance, and a lot of us figure out sometime in our life, if we live long enough or live through it, to stop doing it, right? But what I'm saying to you, right, because my mother was like you at one time, I got one that's gone, right? And, you know, at the end of the day, we tend to champion or cheer or salute or really have no feelings like when we hear, you know, such and such just got into it. What happened? If this, and what happened? Oh, that nigga, okay, well, my son cool. All right, well, okay, fuck that nigga, right? This really be our attitudes, right? In this ignorance, because I've practiced it too, right? But it comes a time, just like, you know, sometime it ain't gonna go our way. And we not saying that we champion, because I don't think nobody in the room had anything personal against your son. I think they was probably slightly fans of him and his music, and followed his rap career. But, you know, when it's keeping it real, the only thing I believe Hassan was saying is, hey, listen, if you live in that type of lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? It's a risk in that. And it may come a time, or it may come a day to where it don't go your way, right?
Can I say living a lifestyle or keeping up with an image that people think about you?
Well, I mean, I'm just going on you saying that they feared your son, and I know what comes with that.
Of course, he been blackballed since the beginning. He bullied his way. We know how this shit go.
That's what I'm saying. And I don't want you to take it like anybody saying
whatever. Look, see, one thing about me, I take corrective criticism, and if you right, you fucking right.
Okay.
Okay. If you right, you right. That young man didn't know me from a can of paint. Yes, I was wrong in engaging with him, knowing that him and my son had a verbal altercation.
Okay.
Okay. Me and my son talked about that shit. We cried about that shit. We got over it. It was moving on to the next. Okay. So when you sit up there and you try to do everything in your power, see, because the motherfuckers knew that Rap-A-Lot was finna get him. It was over with once Rap-A-Lot got him. It was over with. It was over with. There's nothing can stop him. Once he got with the right people, he was fucking up with some fucked up ass people who he trusted, and shit ain't go right. He learned his lesson in that. He was trying to change the narrative.
Got you.
He was trying to change it, because what he thinking now, fuck all this beef shit. Let's put these talents together and get this money and show people how Chicago can get out. Because, like I say, Tuka never did nothing to no motherfucking body. He had a whole fucking weed strand in a dispensary. He was 15 years old. Never did nothing to nobody.
Well, Mama Duck, is it true to say that the fear that some man had of your son in the street came from him doing some things at one point in time in his life?
let me tell you something. Okay, when I moved over there in 2000, see, we from the Ida Wells, okay? You 39th and Vincent from Vincent the state. Look it up. I don't know if you heard about this in 2000 and I mean in 1994, the little boy Eric Morris, he was dropped from the building that I lived in. I got Durk on my hip and I'm pregnant with another baby. Okay. And I seen this baby lifeless body get put. I was around. Okay. That's where I'm from.
Gotcha.
That era.
So you understand it then. You understand it.
So when we moved on 63rd, like Brick stayed on 39th. You know what I'm saying? Brick stayed on 39 with his homies. Durk was a loner. He never came outside. When he was a kid, he used to ride on the back of my granny wheelchair. Like he was homebound, right? I lost my son, Antonio. He was 13 or 14 years old. Okay. And I'm going to share this with you that I've never shared with nobody. Durk,
take your time with
my nephew accidentally rolled over. He was 12 at the time. Accidentally rolled over on my baby while they were asleep. Okay. And Durk, they found me in a fucking hotel. My baby was dead 4 fucking hours before I even knew. See, people don't know my life. I'm a recovering drug addict.
I hear it. I understand that. My father was one too, so I get it. My father was one too for like 25 years.
So I've been there. I've done that. I experienced all that, and God spared me. You know what I'm saying? I had 5 kids by the time I was 22 years old. I'm not blaming nobody for my motherfucking mistakes. Everything Durk did as an adult, he did as an adult. It had nothing to do with me, but don't think I wasn't in my son's ear about the music he dropped. About a lot of that shit he rapped about, he got it from me. He a man before my mama said I'm a man before I'm anything. He listened to me. Okay. Daddy been locked up 27 years of his life. We was 17 years old.
Gotcha. So his father's incarcerated.
For his whole fucking life. Gotcha. And the man finally got freed. And a week after they killed my son, they freed his fucking father.
Mama Duck, and Wax.
Gotcha.
Give me 1 second. We want to reset the room. Everyone, welcome to Dummy Boy Nation. Hit the greenhouse at the top. Follow the club. We have Mama Duck in the building. We have Whack 100. We've got Will. We got our sleepless family in the house, and a few other friends.
Hassan Campbell.
Follow the club.
What Hassan Campbell.
I'm so sorry, Hassan. We forgot about you.
And listen, I do want this to happen, and let me, Mama Duck, let me have a quick conversation with my brother Hassan. Hassan, check us out, right? You by any means said nothing wrong. You addressed what you said was facts, and she, as a woman, right? She didn't have to, being in her current state situation she's dealing with. She admitted that she crossed the line with that, right? I feel like
I text him. Don't get it twisted. That I text him. I never had sex with nobody.
Hold up.
Hold on 1 second.
Let him get the senses out.
Hassan, listen. Right? She texting. She did engage in conversation. She's sending photos that she said, even though it wasn't her, that her and her son agreed she shouldn't have said. We know the rules to this shit, right? For whatever reason, as a woman, as an adult, she did that, right? And she copped to that, right? What I would say, Hassan, is like the shit you laid on the table was valid, but I would say man to man, right? As a parent yourself and a grandfather you say you are, I think maybe this probably should be the last time that you address it, because you addressed it, you put it out on the table, and she got other things that she got to deal with mentally with probably her grandchildren and just the demise of her son. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you got it in your heart to maybe want to tell her, hey, listen, I want to address that. I said what I said. It's been spoke on. It don't need to be an argument, but maybe we can put some type of closure to that. If anything, just a respect to a mother, and we all got one. You know what I'm saying? that I don't know, Hassan. That's just me. I don't know. I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Can I say something?
Yeah, he right. I'm gonna let y'all have that conversation. And I don't think it needs to be a back
when
and forth.
he did the shit the first time when I did the press conference, right? He got on the internet and said some foul shit about me, not knowing me. Okay, I know that's his job. He chasing. That's how he get his check. But baby, get some facts. You can get more honey. You get more bees with honey than salt, baby. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
I think, Mama Duck, you gave us all the facts that we
This
need to know.
This man got on y'all platform and said he would have whacked me if I let all 5 of his. Fuck him saying about me fucking that boy because it never happened. The blatantly disrespect that this man fucking mouth. If I was his baby mama and all 5 of his kids was dead when he got out of jail, he would have killed the bitch.
That's how the hood goes. You gotta understand that. That's how the hood goes.
Hang on.
Is this Hassan?
No, it's not Hassan. I'm just
no,
saying
that's not Hassan. I don't know. Hey, listen, let's give Hassan.
That ain't had no hood. I'm around, go.
Hang
that
on,
ain't
wait a
got
minute.
no hood where I was brought up.
Hey, everybody in the room, right? Listen, I know how we play this shit, but listen, everybody in the room, I want you to do one thing when you respond, right? I want you to picture that being your mother in that box.
Yeah,
right?
we're all cordial and respectful.
Yeah, and you not being here to defend it, right?
Nah, we're not here to defend
everybody. I'm just putting that out there, right?
No, we already had that.
Anybody that's gonna come in here disrespectful, you're going down respectfully.
Yeah.
Got you. So let her and Hassan have a moment. If that's what he want to do, I don't know.
I'm right here.
I want to reset the room.
Go ahead.
I got the floor. What's good?
One mic.
You got
one mic.
One mic. I want to reset the room first before you start, Hassan. Okay. If you're new to the room,
It's done for the
welcome
cloud
to Dummy Boy Nation. Follow the.
Can you add my sister?
Yeah. Just tell me where she at, and our moderators are going.
Her name is Daddy Weekly. She just added. Her name is Daddy Weekly.
Find her, you guys. Hold on. Wait, one mic.
We'll bring her up.
Young, wait. One mic. So, if you're new to the club room, follow Dummy Boy Nation. Follow all the mods. We got FBG Duck Mother. Okay, we got FBG Duck Mother in the building. We got Hassan.
It's done for the Cloud Chaser TV.
Right now, we're gonna get the floor to Wack and to Hassan and FBG Duck's mother, and they're gonna address the situation what had happened took place in our club room yesterday. So if you want to come up to the stage, right, you have to be a member, but we're gonna let them talk for now. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I just wanted to say we're gonna keep this shit respectful out here. We fuck with Hassan Campbell very heavy, but we fuck with our mothers as well, don't we? So let's try to keep this shit, let's try to keep this shit cordial and respectful, and let's have a discussion because there's a lot of facts and everything that we have to discuss here.
Okay, and I don't want to hear
and Dummy Boy Nation.
Before it goes there, I don't want to hear anybody. Let them have a conversation. They're gonna talk whatever they talk, and nobody unmute their mic, please.
Thank you.
Hassan, go ahead, my brother.
Hey, Hassan, you there?
Hello?
Yo,
Okay. I was on mute. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, let me say this, right? The conversation that we started yesterday is based off of me being the father of FBG Duck, right? My feelings. Everybody is entitled to their feelings. In my feelings, me seeing a situation based off of the internet, right? The internet is very, very messy. Very messy. It's disturbing. Everything that's involved around FBG Duck, even what the sister said tonight, is disturbing, right? Me coming as a father, as FBG Duck father, I didn't mean no disrespect to the sister when I said what I said, but at the same time, me being this child father and seeing the way my child was raised, right? I said I would want to kill her. Of course, I don't want nothing to happen to the sister. But at the same time, my emotions, my feelings as a father, seeing my child dead, This is how I would feel. I posted a video up already on this topic, talking about taking accountability, right? As parents, as people in the hood, as parents, when do you start taking accountability on how we raise our children, where we raise our children at? I just listened to the sister say how she was in a hotel and she didn't know her child was dead for 4 hours. Where is the accountability? You see what I'm saying? I'm not punishing the sister. I'm saying we have to learn from our mistakes. If you can't look yourself in the mirror and say, this is where I fucked up, you're going to continuously keep on fucking up. And this is why I'm saying this is where she ended up losing 5 children, because there was no accountability. I don't say that with hate. I say it with love. The problem is in the Black community, once you tell somebody that they shit stink, they don't like you. I'm not trying to sugarcoat shit because there's too many deaths going on. When I listen to that song, Dead Bitch by FBG Durk, right? Me being a father or me being somebody that just understands enough, Durk said in that song, by the age of 12, he knew he was a demon. At the age of 12, I was playing with G.I. Joes and Transformers. So me sitting back and being the father that I am, and wise enough to know, having the intellect to know, there's no way in hell that a child should be raised in a home at 12 years old where he feel like he's a demon. So that means from 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, all the way up 10, 11, 12, he done went through the worst shit that you could ever go through in the home of a Black woman. No disrespect to the sister. In a community of Black people, being raised by a Black woman without a father who was locked up for 27 years. And meanwhile, me being in the hood, and this is why I keep dissing the gang members and the drug dealers, somebody was selling this sister crack. So mentally, she couldn't even be the mother that she was supposed to. I grew up with a praying mother that made some of the same mistakes. But she raised me to be a prayer warrior, to put balance. Once you invoke the devil in your life, there is no heaven for you. So when I sit back and I say what I say it out of love. It wasn't towards disrespect for the sister. You got to take accountability in a community. And the reality of it is, Durk is everything that he was raised to be. He was shaped and molded in hell, so he became a demon at 12. And then when she unleashed him outside, how she said, everybody feared him. They feared my son. Then he comes out with a song invoking death and making fun of the dead, right? Disrespecting T-Roy. He put that song out. And even though I heard videos where he talked about trying to come together, it was too late. He lit the wick on the dynamite. And all these people that's acting like they love Durk now should have stopped that shit before it got that far. And I don't even understand the hate that I'm getting when the dude that killed Durk, Muwop, was still out in Chicago up until now with a pair of sneakers on with a duck on it, disrespecting the dead. I speak out against all of this. No disrespect to the sister. But at the end of the day, until Black parents are held accountable for the way we neglect our kids, mistreat our kids, you're going to tell me that I'm being disrespectful when I had to actually listen to a sister say that after having 10 kids, 5 of those kids was subtracted by this earth, and I can't tell a sister she got to be accountable for this? On top of the fact that, no disrespect to the sister, but I don't see King Von Mother all over the internet the way she is. It is embarrassing. I don't see her disrespecting Muwop. She said she forgave him, but made fun of me being molested because I said she needs to take accountability for what her son went through on the street. Please explain that to me. How did I become the enemy when I actually got love for Durk? I mean, no disrespect to that sister. She got to look herself in the mirror and take herself back to the age of 12 when that boy said he became a demon, and then ask how he get to that mentality. When Ducks is going across the street and Swans is going across the street and they see danger, they move to the other side. When you know there's danger in the hood for your children, you move them out of there. We don't leave them in that.
Hassan, let me ask you a question though, bro. We all know that within our communities, right, it's a lot that goes on and handicaps us as a people. You know, you probably a better person today after seeing what your parents where they might have fell short at, right? So she admits that, you know, she was a drug addict. My father was a drug addict. It's a lot of things I wish I could have did if I had a father around, but I didn't. You know, we all got our shortcomings, right? My question to you is this, right? And you don't mind me asking because you open up the door to it, right? And because I really don't know your story. I know bits and pieces, but I never looked into it, right? When you was violated, was you an adolescent? Was you a teenager? Well, how old was you?
I was 12 years old, and I came from a home, mind you, Africa Bambaataa wasn't the first person to molest me. I was being molested damn near when I was 4 or 5 years old by multiple people.
Okay, now let me ask you a question, right? TV. So where was your parents at when this was going on?
My father was a junkie, and my mother needs to take accountability. May she rest in peace. She needs to take accountability for the things that she allowed me to go through.
Okay, so listen, Hassan, listen. So I say that to say this, right? Then, you know, the same things that her son may have fell short of because she wasn't there as a parent, right? It's true to say that you fell short of because your parents, they wasn't there to do what they were supposed to do, right? Now, I understand your anger now because in your mind, you are Duck and Duck is you. I get it, right? Because you feel like, yo, as a kid, my parents wasn't there. They fell short and these things happened to me. So you pretty much saying you as a parent, you wasn't there for your child. So it's no need to act like you don't know what's going on or what happened to your child, right? But, you point a finger, 3 more coming back at you. So I understand your frustrations because it's a little touchy for you because you're seeing it different. You seeing your story just written in a different way. Am I kind of right?
Oh, you absolutely.
All right. So what I'm saying is, now that we understand that, right, and we know that, right, I think personally we should go ahead on and put closure because there's no telling what else she got to deal with, right, with whoever else. But when it comes to you as an individual, I think as a man and understanding that she still mentally got to go through what she got to go through, I think, nephew, maybe you should go ahead on and put closure to the conversation because you didn't touch every point that you've been right to touch. And now we understand why you touched it to where maybe you could be one less individual she got to worry about mentally dealing with it while she deals with her mourning the loss of her child. Because even no matter what the fuck she did or he did, it's still a loss of her child. You understand what I'm saying? Period. And you did, as a blogger and doing your shit on YouTube, I'm not pointing the finger at you, did nothing wrong, but I will say it's no need to keep dragging the situation. Just my personal opinion. So she on the floor. I don't know what approach you want to take with that. The piece you just said, you said nothing wrong. And I'm going to go ahead on and mute up and let you go in whatever direction you feel you want to go with.
Quick,
hold on.
Something real fast. I want to reset the room real quick before she get into it. If you're new to the room, welcome to Dummy Boy Nation, official 6ix9ine #1 fan page.
It's Duck for the Cloud Chaser TV.
We have Whack 100 in the building, Hassan Campbell, and FBG Duck Mother. Right now, if you was in the room yesterday, Hassan had addressed the situation about FBG Duck Mother. So now they're in the room trying to come to a conclusion what's going on. If you're not a member, please follow the club room right now. We will be raising hands now. So let's get the discussion.
Hey, sister, I'm here.
Because her phone was, she said her phone was dying.
I'm her sister.
How you doing, sis?
Weekly. How y'all doing? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I don't know if you was here. Yes, ma'am. But your sister kind of spoke her piece, and she came clean about some of the things that she did that she knows she shouldn't have did. And the young man came in here that she been doing kind of the back and forth with. Well, she was just, he got a job to do as far as blogging and YouTube. And that's who you just heard speaking. And nobody's here to attack her because we understand that y'all got y'all mourning and y'all got to put put him to rest, right? I was just hoping
to speak for my family and my sister.
I was just hoping to put some closure to it when it came to him and her as far as what's going on. That's what you've been here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if you want to step in her place.
I would love to.
Okay, well, Hassan here. He's here. Maybe you guys can have that conversation. And maybe
hello, Mr. Hassan. I would like to address your question. Will please help you understand certain aspects of life when it comes to death. I would like to share with you about, with much respect, how do you say a person is like some type of beast mode when they're the age of 12? Well, through experience of my family, we had a superstar, which is my son, Ray Ray. I'm Fatty Weekly Ray Ray mom. Ray Ray is no longer with us, so now we experience death. Ray Ray was a beast on the field. Ray Ray broke CPS history with being MVP with baseball, football, and basketball. So you wonder how a child can be a beast. They're talking about being beast on the fields. They're talking about being all-stars, young man. That's thoroughbred. And another thing that I want to share with you, we lost Ray Ray, and it wasn't due to murder. We bring medical attention to the field and to the spectrum. Ray Ray passed in his sleep. So you want to know how a mama can lose a child, and your child is a beast. We train them up, baby. They play sports. They hit rocks with sticks when you can't afford baseballs and footballs and what do you call steel bets and wood bets. We put them on elite teams where they become all-stars and they get a chance to exercise their bodies and condition themselves to bag up everything that they say. So
it's
that's
for the Cloud Chaser
one
TV
aspect of it.
Gang.
To share with you with much respect on how it is to lose a child. He passed in his sleep. You don't know. We don't know. Right now to this day, we dealing with that. We're in research. We have scholarships for students that stand out and show that they're known for doing the right thing look good. And I just want to share that with you on the behalf of my family and our children. And you can ask any teacher, anybody that passed them, that we're hands-on parents. Our children were never left alone. Our children were never abandoned. They always had stand-up people. When she say, "Big Mama," that means you can get your kids, because I'm going to watch them so well. They will be elite. They will be great.
Hey,
to help
I want to say shout out to all the mothers out there.
Bro, mute up.
To have 1 billion views, 250 million views, without the help of the industry, that is that's just amazing, and that's something to be very proud of. So when you say mentioning about raising your kids, think about how it takes a community to raise one child. And excuse me, I'm not trying to be long-winded, guys. I just wanted to share because you guys gave me this platform. So it takes a community. They always was taken care of. They never was without. It was rough. My nephew made it real clear. It was fucked up, but we wasn't that poor. Come on now. Come on now. We always been A1 in school, A1 in everything we did. And that's just something I want to leave a piece and share with you when it comes to you talking about anyone and man. Just know everything we did, we were great at it. There you guys go.
We appreciate you, Sister Hassan. You got something you may want to say?
No, you know what? I'm humbled by the voice of the sister. We all come from poverty and pain, and it's deep. The only thing I really have to say, from this point on, if I could help Duck's mom with the kids and the grandkids, or just to bring more awareness to the street violence, to bring a stop to it, because people don't understand my method, the method of madness that I deal with.
People doing their job too. That's like you doing your job. It's others doing their job too.
You know what? But it's
for my nephew.
It's not. But see, you know what? It's like it's not enough, because the reality of it is, until we face the skeletons in the closet, it's like.
What you looking for, baby?
What the problem is?
From somebody, you all the way in New York. What you want from us in the shack? Because we walk in these streets and we provide for these children, and they're all into structured education and personalized learning, and all of these things to guide them on a path of greatness. What are you talking about all the way from New York, baby, about some of the Chicago violence?
I'm glad you said that.
Control over.
I'm glad you said that, and I'm gonna answer that. What I want you to understand now, the Chicago violence that spread to my community like a cancer. Brooklyn and the Bronx has the most. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, because it has. Listen to what I'm saying, because the reality. You asked me a question. Let me answer that. Disrespecting the dead was birthed in Chicago. You have Chicago gangs now based in Brooklyn and in the Bronx, right? All I see through my city now, New York. Listen,
Chicago invade New York.
Listen, I thought we came here to communicate, not to argue. You got 2 ears, 1 mouth. You ask me a question, but you won't listen to my answer. You see what I'm saying? We can't solve a problem if there's no communication. You see what I'm saying? And the bottom line to it is Chicago, locking dudes up. Okay, cool. They're going to go to jail, but they birthing new criminals. As soon as those ones get locked up, there's some new ones being created the same exact day. So the problem is, one of the main problems, or rather the solution to the problem is that Chicago has this code of the street where you can't talk about Chicago. I'm not with that. New York has this code of the street where you can't talk about the ignorance that happened because it's gossip. But you can sit up there and kill. You can disrespect the dead. You can shoot up funerals. I mean, for me, enough is enough.
It's done for the cloud.
Enough is enough, because it's too many candles being burnt in front of too many buildings and not enough people saying nothing. I don't just want to see dudes get locked up. I want to see the birth of the death of this nation stop. I want to see the black community is on life support. The black community is on life support, and not enough people is doing enough. The reality of it is everything starts at home. The killers are being birthed and sent out in the streets from black homes. The black mother, in some cases, is the worst thing that happened to black children. The reality of it is, if you gave Nat Turner 1,000 guns from the CIA, he's going to turn it on the slave master. But if you give a bunch of real niggas from Chicago some guns, they going to turn it on each other. But I'm a gossiping or whatever they want to call me, because I'm opening up people's eyes to this ignorance.
Hassan, listen to me respectfully, right? The problem in Chicago, it didn't start with Duck. It ain't going to end with Duck. And I know I got a lot of ties with people like JoJo Capone and people that really been in that jungle. That's also the home base of the Nation of Islam, the Fruit of Islam, right? So when it comes to a lot of conversation about Chicago, because some of those people are not on this platform, that I know if they was here, they would really have something to say. What I will tell you is, let Chicago regulate Chicago. I hear what you're saying, but you got fish to fry in New York. And because them people ain't here, and I got a lot of respect for these people, right? Because they just like us, right? I don't want you to bark at her on Chicago politics. I believe she know what's going on out there. And again, it didn't start with Duck. It didn't end with Duck. So you getting a little too deep and a little political, like it lies on them, right? I think you spoke your piece. What I wanted you to do was kind of make the peace and not create more friction. And let's let the powers that be in Chicago, let them deal with Chicago respectfully, because that's their end, that's their jungle. And me or you ain't from there, so it's only so far and only so much we can say. You know what I'm saying? So, because if JoJo Capone was here, somebody else was here, they would be saying, homie, that's my jungle, this our people. Let us deal with that. Because there's things going on in your jungle that's just like it's going on in our jungle. Put the energy over there and let them deal with that over there. And they dealing with it. It may not be as fast as we would like, but it ain't worse as it was, you know. And it may be still bad, but every jungle is different. It's gonna take time. So I can't respectfully let you keep going in at Chicago out of respect to my comrades over there. Let's kill what need to happen over there and just focus on you kind of making the peace. You know what I mean? With this young lady, if that's what you want to do. I can't tell you what to do, but on the Chicago tip, let's kind of get away from what need to happen over there and kind of get back online with, you know, with the personal thing with you and them. Respectfully.
See, here's the key, right? As far as with peace, I'm always extending peace. I have nothing but love for my people. But see, the thing about it is, like, I don't think you understand, Wack. When this audio hits the internet, right, and people listen, do you understand how many people reach out to me and tell me, yo, your words woke me up? Silence is approval.
Oh no, I understand.
Silence is approval. And when people hear me speak, it doesn't wake everybody up, but somebody wakes up. And if I could save one life, then that's all it takes. And people don't realize sometimes you don't have to be in the streets of Chicago. The same way you could drop an album and those words could infect somebody's ear and turn them into poison, you could also drop an album or drop some words over this internet and say things that make these young boys wake up and say, you know what, this ain't the route to take. Because these kids out there being birthed into a lifestyle that's being glorified, you have to let them know. The number one solution to the problem, everybody say, well, what's your solution? The solution is to make these young kids understand that everything that they was taught was backwards. And then they have to learn to hate this in their heart. And once these kids start to hate what they're being taught to hate by the parents, which is these wicked streets and this gang culture, then mothers like FBG Duck mother will never have to cry again. Right now, I pray for the other 5 children and the grandchildren that she has, because the reality of it is there's no guarantee that these wicked ass streets ain't gonna come for them next. There's no mercy.
You're right.
Tomorrow is not promised.
Church, we have scholarships in our elementary school. We have scholarships in our local library. We have scholarships in our local high schools. That's 4 scholarships for deserving deserving students to be standout and exceptionals and have victory over the odds and do great things in the city of Chicago, which so many of them do. Because out of all the kids, they all were graduates. You know, Duck, the only one that didn't graduate from high school, and he became a multi-millionaire. And so over a quarter billion views as far as his craft. So we working in this city. We working, baby. We'll never let our kids just not feel safe on being able to go to the playground. We are true advocates in our community. And there's many of people that will speak for it when they don't have anything to do with this rap, baby. We talk about our big mama, advocates in the city. Do your research, please, and thank you.
So Hassan, what she's saying is being steps made, things that wasn't necessary there for her nieces and nephews that they putting in place now. You know, everything got a process, right? So, you know, I hear it in her voice. Me personally, I'm feeling some kind of way because I hear it in her voice, and I don't want this sister to feel like she under attack. The fact that they came to this platform, to this room, and had the conversation, the fact that you, Hassan, pulled up and manned up and was man enough to have the conversation, because you know this shit could have went anywhere as a negative or a positive light. I commend you on that. But I know it's a few powers of being Chicago. Maybe, Hassan, we can put you with them, and then you can let them know that, you know, your services or whatever it may be is available if they want to use them. But I don't think she's the one to direct the overall Chicago problem at. You know what I'm saying? She's the one to try to put closure to the duck back and forth that's been going on between your blog and their family is where I'm at with it.
Right. I don't want the sister to feel like, listen, when you come off compassionate, because that's what it's my passion to wake my people up. I don't want them sisters to feel like I'm attacking them or whatever the case. The video that's up on my platform, I put it up prior after I heard all the disrespect. So I don't plan on making any more videos. There is a video up, that I was basically talking about taking accountability, but I don't wish no harm or no malice towards the sister. I think she's been through enough. The only thing I say to us as a people, so when I address, because I know this audio was going to go out, when I address this situation, I'm addressing all of us as a people because we all have a job to do. Chicago, Chicago, it takes a village, and it takes voices. So I'm just trying to play my part, whether it be on this internet, whichever way I can, to bring awareness to all the things that's going on. But I don't want the sister to feel like this is just an attack on her, because everything that goes on in Chicago is not her fault. But at the same time, we have to understand as a people, we have to enter the nest, because we could march up and down these streets and we could come up with all types of programs outside. But until we cure the problem with inside these homes, between there is not a program that's going to work in a building when the child is in a home with a dope fiend with a needle in its arm, raising itself, being molested. So we have to figure out how to stop the problems, which is one of the main things, is the drugs and the gang culture. Because once you make a song and you disrespect somebody's dead, there's no squashing that beef. So why is it that this music industry is allowing this music to come out with brothers and sisters smoking on Tuka or disrespecting the dead, but you can't say nothing about homosexuality? We have to realize that black people, black women and children are the most unprotected in this world, especially in America. They'll fight tooth and nail for homosexuality, for a man to be able to insert his penis into another man's butt, but they won't fight to protect the mother of the dead. I would never make a song disrespecting FBG Duck. Never. I would never even play it if it was played. I stand firmly against that. And see, until Chicago start dealing with that murder music, because I like hardcore music, I like drill music, but I don't like any song or condone any song disrespecting the dead. And until brothers and sisters come together and pull that shit off of these platforms, the killing is going to keep on. Because the reality of it is, there's somebody right now that's feeling some type of way about Tuka, about Duck, about King Vaughn. The cycle is going to continue if the music continues. You disrespect somebody that died
right there. That should wake you up to something right there. We don't control no damn music. We just artists and shit.
But if we bring enough,
yo, man, I appreciate y'all tapping in, man, joining us live, man. It's Duck for the Cloud Chaser TV. We'll catch y'all on the next one, gang.